Okay, so here's a fun little thing I want to show everybody. I'm going to go through some photos that I screenshotted from Google Trends back in, as you can see, where I screenshotted the date, August 8th, 2023. Okay. I did a search for Bryan Koberger's name. And I searched, and look at these. See how it says the number 2 right there between October 30th through November 5th, 2022? It spikes up to a 2. But see all these before that? All the way back to August 14th, 2022? How his name progressively starts getting searched more and more and more until right before he's going to be moving. And then after the murders happen, it spikes, right? Keep watching. But here's a current search for Germany for the past 5 years. What happened to all of the searches? Why don't they start until after the murders now? Isn't that funny? Isn't that weird a little bit? And just to make sure that nobody's like, oh, well, it's because it's the past 5 years thing. No, let's do 2004 through present. We only have one little search here. Around 2015. It's not wanting me to search. Click on it because it's so tiny. It's such a tiny search. It's not letting me click on it. But notice how there's none here until after. This is a search for in Germany. Why would there be searches in Germany for his name before the murders? Progressively getting more and more. You watching that? It's October, September, October. People are searching his name already. Then we have, just for comparison's sake, I searched for Donald Trump. Go ahead and zoom this in. Might be kind of hard to see because it's a long screenshot, okay, but I'm trying here. So I searched for Bryan Koberger, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump in Moscow, Russia, for the past 12 months. And as you saw, this is in August 8th, 2023. That's the interest over time. Again, it sucks that these are blurry, but bear with me here. Joe Biden showed up right there. Kohberger has a 2% interest compared to 52% and 46% with Joe Biden and Trump. Where's his interest? Moscow, Russia. 100, I believe this is 100 right there. 100% interest for Moscow. Joe Biden, 100% interest in Moscow, Russia. This is for Russia's search of these names on this date in 2023. And then we have Donald Trump, 100% interest in Moscow, Russia. All right. I'm not doing it in a specific city. I just, look at that. 100% interest, Moscow, Russia, for the past 12 months in August 8th, 2023. Right? Now hold it. Let's come over here. Let's add Joe Biden, or I mean Donald Trump over here. Donald Trump. August 8th, 2020 through August 8th, 2023 in Russia. Subregion by city. Include low search volumes. These are all the settings I had on before. Notice how there's no blue dots anymore. Notice how there's no spikes over here until, look, 0 for Bryan Koberger. Huh. 0 for Bryan Koberger. Those percentages are still the same. Bryan Koberger doesn't have enough data to show here, but you had enough data in August 8th, 2023. Isn't that funny? And where'd he go? Where did you go, Bryan? Then let's see a different search that we have over here. Where is this one at? In Moscow again. For the past 12 months. Between. Now here's another crazy one from August 8th, 2023. Let's see what this one says. Now let's see what this one says. This is between Bryan Koberger and Joe Biden in Russia for the past 12 months. September 11th, Bryan Koberger, 4 searches. Joe Biden, 13. September 17th, 2022. Look at those searches. Look at these searches in the US. Why were people progressively searching for Bryan Koberger? There's all the states they were searching. That's in the US in the past 5 years. And when was this? August 8th, 2023. So let's go and search for the US in the past 5 years, shall we? This one was just Bryan Koberger in the United States in the past 5 years. Now, these statistics should not change, right? It's Google Trends. It's there permanently. It was the trends of the year. Where'd all those searches go? Why is it literally showing me 0? Until after he gets arrested. All of a sudden. Huh. Then it spikes. Why is only Bryan Koberger's name trending, changing? Look at that. And why was it only mostly showing up in the US and Moscow, Russia, when the murders happened in Moscow, Idaho. Remember, this is the comparison of all three of them. Biden, Trump, and Kohberger. There it is. Why on August 8th, 2023 was Bryan Koberger having the most amount of searches happening out of him, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump? They both have zeros. When Bryan Koberger has 63. In August 14th, 2022, the murders hadn't even happened yet. Look in Russia. Over a span of 5 years. September 2021, 40. (2019), after he started doing his online vlog about his snowy vision that he was experiencing, that's when these searches spiked the highest. And look at how it progressively started increasing leading up to the murders. Why? But more importantly, how come when we come over here and we search it now, he only shows up with that one spike? And it's not letting me click on it for some reason. Well, you guys can play around with it also on your own. Just go to Google Trends. This is December 2020. Oh, there it is. January 24th through 30th, 2021. He's showing up with that 100. And then what happens to the rest of the searches for him? Why did Russia wipe him away until 2025, now after he's been sentenced? And why does Joe Biden still show up just the same as he did before?